So all that big willy talk, hop, you're playing yourself. You're playing yourself. You're playing yourself. I don't play.
What you got, Rosenberg?
Well, yesterday, we'll talk about it more. Vince McMahon announced his new football league, XFL, returning. Johnny Manziel, who's not in the league for a variety of reasons, the NFL that is, got excited. And he jumped on Twitter and he tweeted, hashtag XFL 2020 at Vince McMahon.
Well, like he was just excited, or he thinks he's going to play?
I think the reason he added him and put the hashtag is he's like, yo, I'm ready for this football.
Right.
And why would you not want a star like me? Well, literally moments after the tweet went up, which received 19,000 retweets and 44,000 likes. Moments later, a reporter on the conference call asked Mr. McMahon if someone like Johnny Manziel could play in this league, to which McMahon said that no one with a criminal record, including Johnny Manziel, could play in the league.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So Johnny Football was back to being Johnny Nothing to Do once again.
Damn, Johnny.
Damn.
He tried.
So all that big willy talk, hop, you're playing yourself. You're playing yourself. Well, playing yourself.
He's played himself multiple times. Let's just be honest.
I mean,
Johnny Football's played himself multiple times. So I got to ask you, Rosenberg.
hey,
XFL says that every player will be required to stand for the national anthem.
did it say that? Or did it say they will be separating politics completely? I think it just said that politics and social issues will be welcomed on players and coaches' personal time, but not during games.
Well, according to TMZ, that's what it said specifically. That means players will be required to stand for the national anthem.
I think that's how people are interpreting that, and I think that's likely. But what I heard in the press conference, they asked him directly, and Vince would not come out and say that. He would not say that.
That's probably what it means
And he was asked directly about Kaepernick playing, and I have to admit that made me a little nervous because I'm like, listen, there's no doubt they're trying to appeal to the people who are upset with the protests. And when he was asked about Kaepernick, he was like, as long as you can play football and you don't have a criminal record, you can play in this league.
Got it.
So, listen, people are hitting me right away. And they were like, Rosenberg, really? Look at your guy. Look what he's doing. I got to tell you guys, do I think he's trying to appeal to those people who are mad about Kaepernick? Yes, I do. I think he's trying to take advantage of that.
Well, there's a large number of them because they're mostly white, and there's a lot of white people in America.
It's a huge potential audience. Vince is a very smart man. So I do think he's trying to do that. However, I'm going to tell you right now, my problem, I don't have a problem with you setting a guideline from the beginning of that's not what you can do here. What I had a problem with the NFL was that they didn't have rules in place. And then they wanted to try to get people to not do things that they were allowed to do. I don't know if I have a problem with you coming out and saying from the beginning, hey, this is what it is, you can't do it here.
I have a problem with you specifically marketing it to people who are passionate about being mad at Colin Kaepernick and what players are standing up for. I have a problem with that, if that's your intention. If that's not your intention,
I think his intention is to market to everyone who's frustrated with the NFL for whatever that reason is. Because his number one thing was time of game's going to be faster. We're going to have the best technology for safety. Like, that's what he was trying to say.
So he was hitting all the marks of things that are frustrating people.
That's what he's trying to do. And then when he said, could Kaepernick be in the league? And he said, yo, if you don't have a criminal record and you can play football, you could be in the league. I was like, okay. I mean, listen, I know Vince McMahon's a conservative guy. I'm sure he is not into the anthem protest.
Well, and it does say here on ESPN.com, it says features of returning XFL. 8 teams to start, 40-man rosters, 10-game season beginning in January, 2-hour game time goal, any player with a criminal record precluded from playing. Players won't receive forum to take personal stance on social issues on playing field. So
That's a clear,
according to ESPN.com, that is the features of returning XFL.
And why would you feature that if you weren't specifically trying to appeal to people who didn't like that? No, listen, that part is definitely a thing. That's not my favorite thing.
Well,
but
I don't love it. I don't love it, and I don't love. But if that's what you sign up for in the XFL, then you know what you're getting into.
It's interesting too because he's owning all the teams. No other owners. He's not. This is not a league where each team will set things. Vince McMahon will own every team.
This will end up on the WWE network on your phones, for sure.
You think there's going to be a big
Or he'll
push
launch
for
an
digital?
app. He'll launch an app, an XFL app. You'll be able to watch it on the app. All the advertising will go into the app. Maybe some cable channels will carry it. Like who carries Monday Night Raw?
USA.
USA will carry it.
The thing is that could get interesting because USA is NBC Universal. NBC has a deal with the NFL.
So maybe that doesn't happen.
Yeah, when XFL was originally on NBC, it was during a time when NBC was not with football, with NFL.
Oh, gotcha.
So it is interesting. He also, in the commercial that they put up, in the commercial is tied in fantasy football. Like, it's tied into, like, it's in the commercial for it. Like, play fantasy, do it on your computer. Like, they're trying to tie all these different things together. I just, honestly, my number one thing that I find it interesting because I find Vince McMahon interesting.
Well, you worked there.
Yeah, I've always been
And
fascinated.
you've been a fan.
So, do I know if it works? No, but I'll tell you this, it's as good a time as ever to try because people are definitely fed up with the NFL.